What's up, guys? This is Ep.14 and welcome to another episode of Endless Ocean Blue World. This is part 13 and thing real quick. Today is Thursday afternoon, July 28th. I recorded this on Monday evening. I just recorded a whole bunch of video of Endless Ocean, and I wanted to try an experiment. I wanted to try recording it in the evening to see if my commentary would be good in the evening, and just see if I could find a nice state, because normally I record like earlier in the afternoon, so I just wanted to try it as an experiment. I record in the evening sometimes, whatever. But I kept having a bunch of problems with Pinnacle Studio and my Dazzle, just frame dropping problems. Something about this game, I just have nasty frame dropping problems with it every once in a while, and I had 3 instances of just nasty frame dropping. I guess Pinnacle Studio, either Pinnacle Studio or my capture card just doesn't really like this game that much. But Monday was an interesting evening because there was this huge storm. There was this flash flood. There was actually a flash flood warning for my area, for the New York area. And just lots of rain, lots of thunder, and my mom had to go out into the thunder in order to get to this Shakespeare class. But we got through that. And she left me home alone and fixed me a couple, some dinner, tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, which was pretty good. So I brought that into the bedroom with me, and I was like, oh, it's rainy outside. And the air conditioner was on in my bedroom because it's been a nasty, muggy, hot summer so far. And I thought the rain had cooled it down a little bit, so I turned the air conditioner off because I didn't want it to interfere with my commentary. I didn't want my viewers to have to listen to, The air conditioner is actually on right now. Let me know in the comments if you actually noticed it or not, or if it bothers you. So far it has been okay. Yeah, I finished that story. Oh, and then my dad came home and he was like, what are you doing? Why is the window open? Why is the air conditioner off? And then I realized I was being a little bit stupid, because it was so hot and muggy. But it's that night, because of the storm and all the rain, I went outside, and I live actually pretty close to the Hudson River and the Intrepid Museum. So I walked down to the area by the Intrepid, and I just looked around, and it was the most magnificent sunset. It's hard call to make, but I feel like it was the most magnificent sunset that I've ever seen in my entire life. Just holy cow. Just bright orange and purple and just crazy. It's like the sky was on fire. So I just stood by the river just admiring the breeze and the sunset, and I love it. I love life, I guess. I don't know. Everybody should find a reason to love life every once in a while, right? So this is the first guided tour of the game. As the LML Diving service, or whatever the heck it's called, will have these little side businesses to make money. So there's guided tours, salvage requests, oh, what's happening, photo requests, and dolphin shows. And you'll be rated on how well you did, and get money based on how well you did, and earn rewards and earn titles and all that for just getting good at doing these different side businesses. So I'm gonna do some explanation of how each one works, But I don't think it's not a very interesting thing for a Let's Play unless I have some super interesting things to rant about over the top of it. This guided tour, usually you have to show the person a particular animal. So in this one we're looking for the manta ray, and we're going to find the manta ray pretty soon. But when you're not looking at the manta ray, you just want to focus on as many fish as you can, and you want to get little interesting things to happen. And every time you hear that little bling chime, let me wait for it. Not right now, but usually you can get it by feeding different fish, and the guy will say something like, "Oh, seeing something that happy makes me feel happy too. Look at it tear into that food. That was so worth seeing." You get tired of sentences like that because you see them again and again and again and again. Just giving the animals food, touching them, looking at animals that do interesting things like glow in the dark, blowing the sea whistle near certain whales and dolphins. Ready, and I'm gonna get out the sea whistle, and okay, that was confusing because I got its trivia, and then the guy made a chime when he said something. You understand what I mean. So the more chimes you get when the guy says something about the fish that you're looking at, the better review your, like right there, yeah, the better review your dive will get. So that's pretty much, you just want the guy to have the highest opinion of your tour, just by showing him as much little interesting things, showing him as many little interesting things in the area. I can't talk. I'm sorry. I can't talk to people. You think I'd be okay at talking to myself? What else was I gonna talk about? Yeah, I've been having computer problems. Just like the battery on this computer completely died recently. Oh, by the way, Mana and Kai. Mana and Kai. That's the only time you ever hear anything about Mana and Kai, I think. Yeah, the battery in this computer completely died, so I have to plug it in wherever I go, or else I won't be able to use it at all. And just now, the computer, I tried turning on the computer, and it was like, this battery, Dell does not recognize this battery, what do you want me to do? So it's like, you know, what are you doing? You're using the computer and it's got a dead battery inside, you know, take that thing out. You know, you don't want a dead rat stinking up the works. You know, it's like, why would you have a dead rat in your computer? So I don't know, I feel like all the technology in my house is just breaking around me, and I feel like forces are conspiring to just make the job of just creating a Let's Play channel more and more difficult for me. And like, you know, my capture card is having a hard time with certain stuff, and you know, my capture card freaks out. The computer doesn't have a battery. Air conditioner in the background. No, the air conditioner in the background isn't a huge problem. But just like, I hope to you know, I've been doing this Let's Play channel for over 2 years now, and I hope I'm getting good at it by now. But it's like, you know, it's just so many little obstacles that you just have to push through. You just have to stay motivated, you know, keep your feet in the game. I don't know. But it's just. But not only do I use the computer for Let's Plays, I use the computer for music, for school, for homework, for looking at YouTube videos, I don't know, just about everything. For fun, you know, most people use their computers for fun, or for work, for my dad's work, and it's just like, you know, what do I do? Just take the battery out? Dad might get me a new computer for school, or for music, or for something. And it's just like, I don't know what to do. You know, if somebody asks me, you know, what do you think? Should we get a new computer or not? It's like, I don't know what to say. It's like, I would have to, refigure out all the... I feel like I would just have to completely start from the ground up with my Let's Play channel and figure out how to record and edit videos again. But I don't know, it might not be so bad as I actually think it is. And the thing is, my friend has been pressuring me to get Steam, and it's like, I'm worried about this computer, because this computer is getting old and it's not working so great anymore, and I feel like downloading Steam and having a bunch of computer games would kind of clog up the works. And I don't know, I see there's, of course there's tons and tons of games on Steam, and I'm sure there are going to be a couple hundred that appeal to me, but it's like, the more and more games I get, it seems, the less and less time I have to play them, It makes it harder to decide what game to play when. It makes me feel like, oh, I have a bunch of games that I haven't beaten, or whatever, I don't know, maybe I should just be spending time on homework instead. And I'm not opposed to getting Steam. I think it's cool, and my friend has really been pressuring me to, well, not been pressuring me, but suggesting that I do a Let's Play of Undertale on this channel. And that would be so much fun. And I haven't played Undertale, and it's a great game for a blind Let's Play. And I'm considering whether I should, because several of my friends, like 2 or 3 of my friends, are all willing to let me use their Steam accounts, which is very nice. It's very generous of them. I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. And also because I figured out the technology for recording video games off of consoles, Wii U, N64, and all that. I know how to do that. I don't know how to record games off the computer. It's like, what do I get? Bandicam, Fraps, unregistered Hypercam 2. It's like, I would have to figure out that technology. And I'm bad at investing. I just don't know what side projects and little things to invest my time into, It's hard to for me to make decisions about what's worth investing my time in and what's not, I don't know where the first place to start with all these little research projects is, and I don't know, how worth it. I have so many games to play on the Wii, the N64, and all that. It's like, how much time is it worth investing to figure out, how to record computer games? But it's like, I don't like that logic because it would be really cool. It would be really, really neat, really interesting. So I don't know. I have to figure out what I'm doing with that situation eventually. My friend and I were talking about it when we went to the Museum of Natural History recently. It's funny, living in New York, you have these landmarks that are not so far from where you live. You can meet up with your friends there, and then like 99% of the people surrounding you are all tourists from, across the country or around the world. It's just a weird feeling, to know that you live in tourist land. But yeah, I had a really good time with my friend there at the Museum of History, Museum of Natural History. Gosh, I always get the name wrong. We spent a while in the ocean life exhibit, and with the big blue whale on the ceiling, and gosh, I love that place so much. But I just feel like I can never be there enough, because my gosh, it's just so much. You can never spend enough time in a place like the Museum of Natural History. And I feel like, yeah, and I saw Finding Dory recently. My parents and I went on a trip to St. Louis, and we saw Finding Dory just because we had a day off from this musical that we were involved in. It's a long story, I don't want to get into it on this channel, but we saw Finding Dory for fun, and I made some comment about, oh, this will give me a lot to talk about on my Let's Play channel on Endless Ocean. So yeah, that was a really good movie. I was really impressed with it. When I was hanging out with my friend at the museum and looking at all the ocean life, I said something about, oh, I'm surprised I haven't made any references to Finding Dory yet. And then I said something about, oh yeah, and Endless Ocean. This is making me want to go home and play some more Endless Ocean. So yeah, I'm having fun doing this Let's Play. That's the end of the guided tour. I hope you enjoyed that 10 minutes of sped up swimming and looking at fish or whatever it was. And I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time when we will continue exploring the oceans. See you later.